r/AskReddit, middle school sex ed teachers, what has been the funniest/best question asked? I had the junior high sex ed teacher for math while in senior year, and he had an anonymous sex question box that students could put notes with questions on them that they would be too embarrassed to ask in class. Apparently one girl had asked if she should see a doctor because she was worried about being pregnant after grinding too much at a junior high dance. My friend, over 25, sincerely texted a girl to ask if he was at risk of getting her pregnant since she swallowed his cum. I remember when we were kids, my cousin told me her mom said that people could have sex orally. And I just sat there in shock, and then my cousin said, that just doesn't make sense to me, because I feel like, if you do it that way, the baby would come out of your mouth. Sex ed teacher for 10 years, before switching careers to research. Favorites include: is it healthy to eat the booty like groceries? Who is supposed to blow during a blowjob? Is it still blue balls if it hurts, but my balls stay kinda skin colored? I heard that a Trojan wore horses when a guy puts a lot of power in his push. Is that true? And GT, who is supposed to blow during a blowjob? I can't help but imagine the guy hyperventilating and clutching his chest while she's slobbing on his knob. I'm straight up dying over that one LMAO. Former student here, I had a classmate ask if it feels so, but why do people scream? Solid question, indeed. Sounds like someone was traumatized from overhearing their parents going at it. Used to be, a man had to go to the store to buy himself a pitcher of milk. But men got lazy. They wanted that milk delivered right to the door. Only problem was, the guy delivering that milk ends up fucking your wife. Sure, you had your nice cold milk delivered right to your doorstep, but your wife was jet and pounded out like a mallard duck. I'm not a teacher, but I remember this one question that was asked in class. There was this one girl in my class that asked what wet dreams are, and the teacher answered her question. The girl asked her if females could have it, and if it was the reason why her panties were always wet when she woke up. I'll never forget that. Good old morning dew. I remember in my middle school sex ed this kid goes, what's the plural of penis? Penises or penii? I like to think it's panini. I ain't shoving a panini up my ass, though. Not doing that again. What do I do if I get an erection in school? My response: sit down. The thing that worked for me: don't worry about it, you've got enough crotch fat and a small enough penis that nobody will notice. What word beginning with P means a non-sexual relationship? Looking for platonic. And amp, #X200B. Kid, pointless, miss. You can have a relationship without having sex. I wouldn't want to, but you can. Yeah, like the relationship you have with your family. Wait, you can have a non-sexual relationship with family? Yeah, *BUT who would want to, I took a sex ed class in the South, so they teach abstinence. The teacher gave the stats of all the different types of birth control and their percentage of preventing pregnancies. She then asked the class, what is the only way method of contraceptive that prevents pregnancies 100% of the time? I'll give you a hint, it starts with a couple moments of silence go by, then a kid behind me says, anal. I mean, he's not wrong. That was my thought. I thought that was how lawyers were born. I'm not a teacher, but someone in my class asked if detachable penises were held on with screws. Not a sex ed class, but seems like it'd fit in this thread. My mom told me about a time she was days away from giving birth to me in the summer heat. She went to a public pool to cool off and get some baby pressure off of her hips. A group of teenage girls noticed how pregnant she was and sat next to her asking questions about the baby. After a few minutes, my mom gets up to get in the pool. One of the girls hops up, looking visibly frightened, and asks my mom, aren't you worried you're going to drown your baby? And that's when your mom pulls a tiny snorkel out of her swimsuit and gives the girls a playful wink. Okay, that's enough internet for today. I'm not a teacher, but I remember legitimately asking the question after the main overview about sex in general. So, how long does the guy have to leave it in for? Let's just say my parents left me in the dark about everything sex related. That one got a few chuckles from the class. Next year I was fapping to pics over 33.6 dial up, 14 to 16 days. Remember to water it daily, though. I remember from my 8th grade sex ed course that this one kid hanging out to ask the teacher questions after the section on STD and other genital related diseases. I recall the teacher having a very concerned and alarmed look on her face. Kid wasn't in school for a couple of weeks after. Turns out he had done the self-exam and found a lump. They caught the testicular cancer early on and he's fine. Down one ball if I recall. Check your shit. Shit yeah boys, check your shit. If anything seems wrong with your nuts, go see the document. Catching that shit early can mean a simple surgery, you'll be down a nut, and not even the need for any chemo. And you're perfectly fine with one nut. Nothing changes, roomier pants, which is great. Asterisk ATS urban legend. The instructor mentions that the amount of an average human male ejaculation is only about a teaspoon. One female student perks up and inquires, why does it make such a big mess? Then, instructor, well, have you ever had a teaspoonful of mayonnaise thrown at you at 60 miles per hour? Illegal in a school zone. When discussing STDs I asked my teacher that, if a woman was with two men at the same time and one had an STD, would the STD travel through the woman and infect the other man like a wire conducts electricity? It's okay when it's in a three-way. It's not gay when it's in a three-way. With a honey in the middle there's some leeway. The area's grey in a 1, 2, 3-way. After my son's school gave the your bodies are changing talk, he told me that they gave him some deodorant, told them that Axe body spray was ridiculous, and he'd rather not discuss anything else, and GT told them that Axe body spray was ridiculous. Probably one of the most important lessons for teen boys. Not a question, but this dialogue took place in our class years ago. Teacher, we're gonna be using the scientific words for things, so today I'll let you guys say the words you use to get it out of your system. Class, silence. One kid, butthole. Class, asterisk ERUPTS with LAUGHER asterisk. Ours made us say penis over and over until no one laughed at it. That took a minute. Damn, your teacher made y'all play the penis game, that's wild. The penis game brings back so many memories. I had a male friend who rode the same bus as me, and at 15 I'd frequently initiate the penis game and goad him on because he'd always insist on winning by screaming penis as loud as he could. At least we were decent enough to wait until all the littler kids were off the bus. I'm not a teacher, but the teacher was talking about light up condoms and some kid just says, does that mean if two gay guys do it is a lightsaber fight? Based on what my gay friends have told me drunk 100%. The only things my gay friends tell me when wired drunk is how amazing the dick is of the guy they're sexting, followed by showing me photos. We were discussing masturbation and a kid loudly announced okay, hands above the desks. Fine proceeds to rub dick with my feet. Girl in my 7th grade health class asked, do penis have cholesterol? We were having a class on nutrition and apparently she forgot how to say peanuts. No, but they do have sodium. Self-contained deaf class. 5th grade girl, does it erection hurt? Teacher, not me, no. 5th grade boy, yes, it does, if you're wearing tight jeans. The teacher and I were not able to maintain our composure. He ain't wrong. When you put on your pants, where does your dick go? One of the guys answered Narnia. Gone reduced to ATOMS asterisk. This kills the man. Not a teacher, my wife is though. A student asked her if she could get pregnant after anal. I'm paraphrasing. The question was asked in a much more awkward manner. Probably buried at this point and obligatory, not a teacher, but in our class we had a girl ask the question, can you get pregnant underwater? The teacher was trying to formulate an answer when a boy in the class loudly proclaimed, "If there's a penis in you." Not a question, and similar to another post, teacher goes, "How shouldn't you refer to sexual organs?" Next 10 minutes was just the class swearing their ass off, and the teacher enjoying every second of it. My friend asked, "What if you put it in her ear? She'll get hearing aids." I know you're supposed to pee on the girl, but where exactly are you supposed to pee? To be fair, this was a very young class. I heard a story about a girl who thought that every time a woman orgasmed they would squirt. Because of that, she always faked and peed on the guys. Subscribe and ring the bell for more.